Wildfires have a devastating effect on human lives and property. However, the effects on wildlife often go unnoticed. The immediate effects are clear: death, um, destruction of habitats. However, the effects can be long-term and ongoing. Some people don't realize, especially with the increased frequency of wildfires due to climate change. So, in this video, I'll discuss the long-term effects wildfires have on wildlife and some of the research being done by scientists right now. National Geographic published an article in 2021 explaining how wildfires have effects beyond just initial destruction. So, firstly, the smoke from the fire can have adverse long-term effects on animals. Smoke contains toxic chemicals such as carbon monoxide that can hurt the animal's lungs and organs. So, this can lead to breathing problems, inflammation, and weakened immune systems. Researchers noticed that after fires, animals would physically slow down. They also noticed that the voices of monkeys were hoarse due to smoke in one study. So, not all animals are at equal risk. Researchers found that birds are especially vulnerable because of their lungs absorb room air very efficiently when compared to other animals. So, similarly, marine animals, or rather marine mammals, are also vulnerable because they inhale large amounts of air at once. Long-lasting smoke can affect hunting and gathering as well. Smoke lowers visibility, so seeing predators or prey can be more difficult. This leads to less feeding and mating, which can have long-term adverse effects on population size. So, as previously mentioned, one of the results of wildfires is physically making animals slower. So, this can affect their ability to hunt if they're a predator and defend themselves from the predators that are hunting them. So, the National Wildlife Federation did a study on snakes and lizards after a wildfire and found that 60% of wildfire related deaths were from smoke inhalation. So, this shows a clear correlation from wildfires and their effect on the overall population size, which is more of a long term effect on of a wildfire. So, studies show that over time, this can lead to weaker immune systems, as a population, less reproduction, and long-lasting health problems. So this all results and correlates to a decrease in overall population size. Going back to the National Geographic article, they said that there's limited research on this topic, and they suggested that information from the community can be posted on forums like iNaturalist, and that can be really helpful to researchers. Information from the community after following wildfires. So, as pictured on the slide here, Robert Scheller he's a professor at NC State, and he does a lot of work in this area. So he studies this exact topic, and he said in the NC State article I cited, the outcome varies from fire to fire because it depends on the intensity, frequency, and ecosystem involved. End quote. This means that different fires will take a different toll on wildlife. So, in addition to NC State's research on animals, they also took a look at wildfires' effect on plants. Fires affect trees, shrubs, and other plants, which a lot of animals rely on for food. However, at the same time, they can promote new growth by releasing nutrients back into the soil. This sometimes leads to invasive plants taking over following a wildfire. The consequence of wildfires can directly impact the animals in the given habitat by reducing food sources, which impacts both herbivores and those who prey on them indirectly. Uh, Water quality becomes a large issue as well. The research from NC State points out that the decrease in vegetation lowers the soil's ability to retain rainwater, which leads to erosion. Rainwater can carry pollutants, including ash, into the drinking supply for animals. This can be very dangerous and can lead to health effects. This both affects fish populations and animals who drink from streams, rivers, and lakes. So NC State's G Sun, who's a forestry professor, says there will be more water flowing into the rivers once you have a big storm after a fire. When water flow increases and accelerates, bank erosion can occur. End quote. So while population of water supply is more of an immediate effect, erosion can also destroy the habitat for some animals long in the long term. So obviously, areas that are repeatedly affected by wildfires see this the most. In conclusion, wildfires can have multiple adverse effects on wildlife in the short and the long term. These effects include initial destruction of life and habitat, long lasting health effects, long term destruction of habitats like erosion, pollution of water sources, and destruction of plants. Hope you enjoyed watching this video and learned something new. Go Bucks!